Hello everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I want to talk to you about a Esbit solid fuel cook set. This is pretty cool. I just got this in the mail and it's pretty cool. It comes with a pretty decent sized pot. Let me turn this camera down so you can see what we're doing here. So you open this baby up. It runs on these Esbit fuel tabs. See that right there? And where is it? This is what they look like. These are hexamine fuel tablets. So it runs on those. And so when you purchase the stove, you get a nice stuffed sack. And then there's some directions, a little bit of information on it. Pretty cool little stove. The reason I picked this up is because I like the fact that the stove nests inside the pot nests inside the stove is what I'm trying to say. So let's open this baby up and I'm real excited. Let's take a look and see what this is all about. There's that fuel tablet there. So it's got a nice bag that it comes in. Everything's wrapped in plastic. So here, let's take a look at the lid. That's the first thing I'm going to see right here is the lid. So there's the lid. Nice handle. I mean, this thing is very solid feeling. Feels very solid to the touch. Very nice. Heavy duty rivets. That little rubber thing on the handle there, that'll burn off in a fire, but you could use a stick, put a stick in there. So that's pretty cool. Inside there's the actual stove, and let's take a look at this other pot real quick. Wow, I'm digging it. There's Esbit's name. Nice little butterfly handles, big old solid rivets. Look inside those rivets and look at those number graduations. If you can't see those, I don't know what you're looking at. You're blind. Nice little pour section right here so you can get that fine tune out of your pour right there. It's a very nice pot. Now you see how the bottom has this recess. That recess sits in the stove. I'll show you that now. And I like that the stove comes with its own stuff sack. I think that's pretty cool. Here's a look at the stove. Stove has these little rubber feet, and inside the stove you can see there's a slot that fits your fuel tablet. Obviously you have to take it out of the packaging to get it to cook, but you can also put sticks in here, and the stove and pot nest together. The pot nests right on top of the stove, just like this, and then you have that real nice lid. And your fuel tablet can go to get a start, and then you could start sticking sticks in there if your fuel tablet's not enough. Now I'm going to take this thing to the ground here in a minute. I'm going to put some water in this pan, and why not go with 2 cups of water? And what I want to do is I want to boil some water on this fuel tablet. Now that's a single fuel tablet. This is a 14-gram fuel tablet, runs for about 12 minutes. So we should get a boil in 12 minutes or less. And if I need to throw some sticks in there, well then I'll throw some sticks in there. So we'll pour that up to the 16-ounce mark, about right there. We will put our lid on, and I'll see you on the ground. I like how the fuel tablet fits very conveniently inside the stove. Let's give it a little bit of a shelter here to get it going. Go. Pot nests very nice right on top. What I want to do now is I want to start my phone, and I'm going to give it a timer. We will start counting up from here. So I'll set the timer back there. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get this screen a little brighter for you guys. Now, and it's a good test today because it's a little bit windy. I'm noticing there's some sticks and stuff over here right in the area where I'm at, so I'm gonna grab some of these sticks and bring them close, because if I don't get a boil, I'll be able to put some sticks in there. I'm just curious how long this thing will take. I think this is a pretty neat little setup. Look inside. Don't see no bubbles or nothing yet. Of course, I'm only a minute in. And this wind is crazy today. I'll be completely honest with you folks, I thought we would be at a boil a long time ago. I'm a little disappointed, honestly, in the wind. I know it's not the product, because I know the product is nice. We are at a boil. It is a light boil, but we are at a boil. "19 minutes is the time on the clock. So it took a little longer than I had expected. So 19 and a half minutes. And that was using some pretty extreme wind. So I think that just goes to show the product, it's not the product's fault, it's the weather. My fire has pretty much went out, but when I look up in here, I'm still boiling very well. It's because of them coals that I had in there. That nice coal bed down there, that all them heavy duty coals, that's what's keeping me going right now. Beautiful product, I like it. Nice hot water. It's completely purified. So the fire kind of discolored the bottom of the pot. No problem. We can take some light sand or some good dish soap, and I'm sure that'll come right off, no problem. The feet held up. I was kind of wondering if they'd melt. They held up. Okay folks, just in case you were curious about how this would do with a normal stove, well, let's take a look. I got cold tap water, the same amount that I had before. Let's set this on the pot, start our time, and let's crank this stove up and we'll see what happens. This stove is the Msr Wind Pro. Great little stove. It's a canister stove. So I'm just slowly increasing the flame till I get to full power. And we're at a rolling boil, I believe. Yep. 2.5 minutes, folks. And that's with the regular stove. Okay, I just washed this pot and I was kind of concerned that these might have melted due to using the stove, and it didn't melt at all. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought they would have melted a little bit. It didn't affect them at all. Zero. I'm going to restart this test in a more controlled environment. That wind out there just really killed us, so let's take a look and see how this thing performs. You know, if we had a better, maybe we were inside of a wall tent or something like that. So let's take a look. Okay, I got the tablet lit. Let's slide it in there. It's got the nice little pouch. We're going to do the same amount of water. We're going to do 16 ounces, which is 2 cups. Okay, I'm at the line. Let's start our counter here. And there's our boil. Timer is started. So take a look at that. Look at that kind of heat. You know, the fuel tab just goes right into the bottom of the pot. And while we're here, we're at the 3-minute mark. Not really any signs yet. They put out an interesting looking heat. And it just goes right up onto the bottom of the pan. They burn very clean. I like that. They don't, you know, the only reason I got soot was because of the fire. 7 minutes. Kind of the same. More steam. You can hear it. You can hear that water. You can hear the heat. 7.5. That sound is getting stronger. You know, those tablets burn for 12 minutes. So I think that Esbit did a great job in calculating how long it takes to boil 2 cups of water. 10 minutes. Yep, we're at a rolling boil, folks. 10 minutes. We're at a good little rolling boil. So yeah, definitely boiling. Let's take one more look. That steam is hot too, so be careful when you're reaching over there to get your pot. Yep, 10 minutes. Wow, that is a good solid rolling boil too. So one fuel cell, one fuel tab will definitely boil 2 cups of water in a controlled environment. When you start getting that wind, obviously you could see what happened outside. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun for me. You can see that there's still quite a bit of fuel tablet left. I'm going to try to blow that out so that we can come back next time, start that up, and then get a start with that, and then put another tablet on top of it. Maybe that'll extend our run time out to a couple more minutes. So I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and if you like the content on my channel, please subscribe for more. Until then, folks, have a beautiful day, and I highly recommend that you take a look at this Esbit set. This happens to be the 2-cup pot. And don't forget to check the description box down below. I will put a link down there where you can find this. Thanks for watching.